Let us welcome to the Smooth Jazz Lounge, the final one. This is the beautiful, wonderful Kim Scott.
Hello, DJ Sapphire and everyone. Thank you.
It is so wonderful to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you guys today on your final show.
Yay!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you look absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm actually kind of tired.
Was you ever a model?
Would I ever model? Oh, no. I don't think so. I don't think so. Actually, I'm a little short, DJ Sapphire. I may not look it on stage, but
Okay. I'm short
I
too.
keep a good high heel shoe.
Yeah, me too. Love my heels. That's the one thing I've missed during lockdown is wearing heels.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, it's just so wonderful to have you here with us. You are a jazz and classical flutist.
Yeah. I'm actually classically trained. All of my degrees are in classical flute and pedagogy, but I've always loved jazz. I've always listened to and, played around with it as a youngster. And in my adult life, I decided, you know what, I don't hear enough flute on the radio, so I'm going to take a
But I
stab
just
at
want to
it.
just check with everybody. Can you all hear Kim very well? Or yeah,
Good.
is she good? Yeah, wonderful, cool. I'm just going to turn my thing up right here. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool. And so, yeah, so you're classical. Do you still play classical music now?
I do. I do. I still concertize on the classical stage. I play with the symphony here in Alabama. I've been doing that for a very long time. And I teach classical flute at the Alabama School of Fine Arts.
Oh, that's incredible. I'm just recently listening to a lot of classical music because when I'm
Uh,
working from home, I just have it on in the background and I just adore it.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Do you have a favorite composer right
No, I'm
now or
not that
favorite piece?
intelligent.
That's okay. As long as you love and appreciate,
But I
it's
do
a great thing.
recognize a lot of the songs that I hear, but they're more so from movies where I recognize them all. Yes,
Yeah. A
I do
lot of
like the
classical
classical
music is
movies
used for
too.
film.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And
Yeah.
so when did you start playing the flute?
I started playing flute in the fifth grade. Before that, I played violin and piano. And of course, in fifth grade, you get to have your first experience with band. So I was introduced to the flute, and I was one of the very few who could actually make a sound on that instrument. And I fell in love with it. So I think it pretty much never left my hand. I think I
Oh,
practiced all the time and was just hugely obsessed with it and knew from a really early age that that's what I wanted to do, even though I was, 9 or 10 years old, I think. But I've always known that I wanted to do something in music and something with the flute. So,
right. So do you still
yeah,
play the violin as well?
I can. I don't as much. No, it's been a long time since I played it. But I actually conducted an orchestra at the Alabama School of Fine Arts for almost 19 years. So I
Wow.
really have an affinity for stringed instruments and orchestra.
Wow. So the flute, are there many different types of flutes?
Yes, that's a great question. There's a whole family of flutes. Most people only know about the C flute, which is the standard,
Uh-huh.
But and most people know about the piccolo. I see some heads shaking, like nodding, like, yeah, I know what a piccolo is. So that's the smallest flute that we have.
Hmm.
But we have an alto flute, which I'm going to play a little bit for you guys today. I'm excited about that. It's pretty large, actually, in
My
comparison to the C
goodness.
flute. If you see that, it's about much
Huge.
longer. And it is a little more challenging to play because it has a larger body, a larger bore. It takes more air,
Hmm.
and it's not very comfortable to play. So your arms are all
Right.
out here. So that's the alto flute, and it sounds a fifth lower than this flute, than the C flute. But there's also the bass flute, which is even bigger than that, if you can imagine.
Nice.
And it's
Oh,
so big that the head joint is no longer straight on that. It's actually curled or curved. So
yeah.
you actually have to play it this way. I wish you should try to Google it sometimes. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
And then there is a contra bass flute, which most people have not ever seen that because They cost about $40,000, and a lot of people don't have them. But they are taller than me. They're probably about 5'7", 5'8", and you have to stand up to play it. So
Really?
it's actually very tall down to the ground, and the head joint is shaped like a triangle,
Uh-huh.
and you play it that way. So you actually have to sit on a stool to play
My
the
goodness.
contrabass flute, but it's the lowest flute that we have, and they're all just really beautiful sounds. So Google that, you'll be
Oh,
surprised.
I will do. Definitely. And so, as you can play the flute, does that mean you can play the saxophone as well?
I can play saxophone. I don't play saxophone. I tell you, once I committed to the flute, I knew I wanted to be a master of that.
Hmm.
And I spent a lot of time committing to that instrument.
Right.
So, but of course, as a music major, you have to learn quite a few of the instruments. So I did do that.
Hmm. And even with the flute, the sound is like a bird, isn't it? It's just
Yeah, it's
so
pretty angelic.
beautiful. And
But it can get down too. I don't want people to think the flute is always soft and,
hmm
serene, because it
yeah,
can be
because
downright funky too.
you have played some amazing tracks,
Thank you.
real funky tracks on the flute, which is just amazing. It really is. This is my first conversation with a flutist.
Oh, really? Yeah, we try to show the versatility of the flute because, a lot of people just really recognize the flute from a symphony orchestra or from marching band where you hardly hear the flutes out there blowing their brains out over, over the brass instruments. But I try to show the softer side and the funky and technical side just so people know
So, shall
about the
we get a song
versatility.
from you?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Shall we get a song from you? Your light has gone off.
Yeah, yeah. So I've got a couple of songs that I'm going to play for you guys today. I'm going to start it off though with a song I wrote with Jonathan Fritz, and I'm sure you guys know who that
Oh,
is. He's
love
an
him.
amazing
Yeah.
keyboard player from Switzerland, a good friend of mine, and we got together and collaborated on this tune called "Emerge." And it turned out to be my very first Billboard #1 hit. So I was really excited about that. And I
Yay.
thought, why not, thank you, everybody. So it's a special one to me. I've got my plaque somewhere back there for that song, back there for the
Oh,
Billboard #1 because I was just
brilliant. And
so
what year was
honored.
that?
I'm sorry.
What year was that?
That was 2019, June 2019 when that one hit
Fabulous.
#1. So
Great.
my record label sent that as a gift. I was really
Oh,
grateful
isn't
for
that
that.
lovely?
So this is Emerge. Just to give you a little background, the message behind this song was just be who you are. The whole theme of the album that this came from was called Free to Be. And I wanted people to know that they could be whoever they wanted to be and feel comfortable in being that person. So for those who are still trying to figure out who they are, this song is called Emerge. So come on out.
Wonderful. I love that.
volume is good on your end?
Yeah, it sounded fabulous.
Excellent. Thank
Absolutely
you.
fabulous. I love Ava's comment. She says, Kim plays the flute with her mouth and tells the story through her eyes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's such a
appreciate that,
great
Amy. Thank
performance.
you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you
Yeah.
guys enjoyed that.
Oh, beautiful. And so you have collaborated with a few artists, and one including Greg Manning, who I love dearly. So tell us
Yes.
about the single that you did with him. Was it a single or was it an album?
We did a single together. It's the one that actually it's my latest single from my upcoming fifth album. The full album comes out in February. So we've only done that one song together, but once we finished it, we both said to each other, we've got to work together again. So
Okay.
there are more works in the future.
Right. Your volume's gone down a little bit.
My volume has gone down a little
Yeah,
bit.
on your mic.
Engineer on the mic.
Yeah.
Is that better now?
Still
Nope.
the same.
Still the same.
Yeah.
All right, we're not sure what happened. We haven't really done anything. Can you give me a thumbs up when it changes?
Will do.
One, two,
Can everybody
one,
else hear Kim
two,
okay? Was it just me?
one, two, one, 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 one. Some are thumbs up and some are like,
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Ava says
One,
very quiet.
one, one.
Yeah, that's better. That's getting better.
Was the flute down as well, or the
No,
flute
the
was
flute
high?
sounded great.
Isn't that strange? Okay. All right. Well, I'll just talk closer to the mic.
That's much better now.
All
Yes,
right,
thank you. So
great.
yes, Greg Manning. So you worked together
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, I was saying that we wrote my latest single that is out, "Back Together Again," and it is the newest single from my fifth album that comes out in February.
Oh,
And so we only did that one song together, but it went over so well, and we really enjoyed working together that we've already decided we were going to definitely work together again. So there'll be more Kim Scott, Greg Manning collaborations in the
oh,
future.
I do hope so. He's so wonderful. I
He is
love him.
great.
Such a great guy. And so,
Yeah.
are you a part of the all-female group Jazz in Pink?
I am. I
Are you?
am. I've been playing with Jazz and Pink since 2012, I believe.
Oh.
So with Gail Johnson on keys and Robin Bramlett on bass. We've got so many. Karen Briggs on violin. So,
Mm-hmm.
so many amazing talent. Jeanette Harris, Cindy Bradley. It's a pretty good crew.
I
And we
think
just
it's
kind of rotate.
amazing.
It is amazing. We have a lot of fun together, and it's so exciting and so exhilarating to be on stage with women who are actually in the career of music and jazz,
Yeah.
and they're trained and they're serious about their craft.
Hmm.
And we just have a blast together.
And have you guys had albums? Is there one album that you've done together?
There are actually two now.
The two.
So the most recent album came out, I believe, December or January.
Oh,
So check that one out.
I
Yeah.
will do.
Yeah.
Gosh, definitely. I just think it's a lovely concept. Getting all the girls together and jazzing
Absolutely.
things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate for that too, for women in the arts, for young girls in the arts and supporting them. And in fact, I'll give you a little heads up. Some of you have maybe seen the post about it today. The official post came out today, but I have a new single coming out. And it is one of those songs to empower women. It's called "I'm Every Woman." It's the Shaka Khan
Oh,
song. And I invited Althea Renee and Reagan Whiteside to be
oh,
on
really?
that album with me, and it turned out amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to be a huge hit. I'm excited about what it's going to do, and I'm excited for more most importantly about empowering women. So
Yeah, brilliant. That is just amazing. I cannot wait to hear that.
thank you. So you can
Yeah, so
pre-save your single, your download on the 27th of this month, and it
27.
officially comes out
Oh, that's next week.
it officially comes out August 30th.
Okay. Oh, how exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you're also teaching at the moment as well.
I still teach. I love working with young musicians. I love passing on all of the experience and the knowledge that I have and watching other young people get so excited about pursuing their careers in music. And it just gives me so much joy. So this will be my 25th. ooh, 23rd year, I think, in education,
23rd year
and
teaching.
a long
You
time.
only look 23.
Well, I appreciate that. The Lord is good. I'm 23 and then some, for sure.
So, what age group do you teach?
Well, Alabama School of Fine Arts is a 7th through 12th grade program, but it is for students who audition for the program. So they're already very serious minded and they actually take a college curriculum in the discipline that they choose. We have several departments: music, theater, dance, creative writing, visual arts, and I think I missed one, math and science.
Hmm.
So I get to work with the best and most talented, brightest kids from all over the world who come to Birmingham to study and become an artist in their own right.
Right. So, do they call you Miss Scott?
No, they don't actually. At ASPA, I'm Kim Strickland. That's my married name. That's what I go by every day. When
Okay.
I hit the stage, they know me as Kim Scott.
Uh huh.
Yeah, but they
How
they
was
don't they don't call they call me Kim Miss Strickland all day long.
Oh, how was it for you during lockdown?
Oh my gosh. Did you see the change in my face? Um, it was a lot to become accustomed to, get used to, as all of you, I'm sure, right? I mean, who is used to staying at home all day unless you work from home?
Yeah.
But when you don't and you have to do it, you're like, wait a minute. Um, but I took advantage of it. My whole family just kind of decided we're gonna figure this thing out. My husband and I came up with some new ventures,
Hmm.
some new business ideas. He came up with some stuff, and I decided I'm going to write some more music and come up with new material for an album. We did a lot of work virtually, so I got to know my fans and listeners in a different light through virtual concerts like this. I did a lot of these,
Yeah.
and so we took advantage of it. We as best as we could. It was hard to watch the news and see what was happening in the world,
Yes.
but we were really blessed to really get some things done during the
Mm.
pandemic, and we're starting to see the fruits of that.
Yeah.
So
And is
hopefully
your
you all found some new ventures, right? Did you come up with some new businesses, some new ideas? How many of you got your
definitely.
workout on? Like you got
Yeah, I know
some
Sandy
things?
T has been making dresses. She's going to be making me a dress, which I'm looking forward to getting real
Oh,
soon.
very nice. Raise your hand. I can't see where you are.
Oh, where's
Oh, very
Sandy? You there?
nice.
There she is.
Seamstress. That's
Yeah,
creative
I
as
look forward
well.
to getting that Sandy T. So, is your husband a musician as well?
He thinks he is. No, he is not a musician, but he has a lot of experience in radio. He was a gospel DJ for 14 years, and he's still very much involved in that part of entertainment. He's a host of his own online show on
Mhm.
YouTube and Facebook. If you're
Oh,
into content creation, he does a lot of streaming with the Stream Show,
uh-huh.
and also Strict City Live. So you could see him there, or he and I also work together on my radio show. So,
Yeah, the block party.
yeah, Block Party Radio Show. So, our
Oh,
show actually plays in London. So, if you guys
oh.
are tuning in, thank you so much. But it airs every week for 2 hours. It's syndicated now in over 30 markets in the US and London. And I call it the hottest jazz party on the airwaves because I play a lot of smooth, contemporary, and Latin jazz. But
Hmm.
I like to play the spirited jazz. So you can't sit still. You can't not tap your feet. And we just have a really good time.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. So we can hear it here in the UK on what station?
You can. You know what? I will have to send that to you.
Yes,
There are
please
quite a few
do.
stations and I can't remember all the names. Oh, I think it's Soul Train Radio.
Oh, yes. I think I've heard of
Surreal
that.
Soul Train with Nigel Thomas.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if you'd like, I can send you the link for that and you can share it with your listeners.
Yes, I will do. I look forward to hearing that because it
Yeah.
sounds amazing, the
So
block
y'all can be
party.
on the block.
And so you're from a musical family. Your parents, they were musicians or singers?
Yeah, my parents both played instruments and both sang. In fact, before I was born, they were in a band called Dynamic Soul Machine, and they were signed to a very famous record label called Stax record label.
Wow.
Yeah, and actually they made a couple of records. You can still, find them on YouTube now or buy them, and they even made the Solid Gold compilation, so you can hear it
What's
there.
their names?
The My mom's name is Belinda Floyd, and my dad is Albert Felder, but the band is the Dynamic
The
Soul Machine.
Dynamic Soul Machine.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So they
Okay.
were pretty funky back in the day, but my mom was the keyboard player and singer, and she's actually a retired music educator of over 34 years. And my dad is a saxophone player, or was a saxophone player
Oh
in the band. And so music was always in my home. We were
yeah.
always exposed to jazz, to funk, to classical music. And, I don't know a life without music.
Yeah, you had to. Growing up with music around you, there's no way of getting away from it.
Not at
And the
all.
type of music that they listened to back in the day, is that the type of music that you love?
Actually, the music that I love is represented in what I grew up listening to. So I still listen to a lot of classical music. I still listen to a lot of jazz music, but I love a little bit of everything. I love a little country. I
Yeah.
love a little R&B, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, I like good music.
Yeah.
I don't even like to say a particular artist is my favorite
Hmm.
because I think that there are so many jewels in so many genres of music. And I just like a good melody, a good rhythm,
Yeah.
and a great form.
Yeah.
And a good, and if it's lyrics involved, a good message, and I'm great. If it
So
moves me,
talking of great music, what's your next song you're gonna play for us?
I talked about that alto flute so much. I think I need to bring that bad boy out. Y'all ready
Yeah,
for that?
I would love to see that.
So you remember the sound of the flute. It's nice and, a little bit bright, but this is actually a lot darker. Before I play the song, you'll see it's
Yeah.
so it's just a warmer sound, a darker range, and um, I play it often. I do play it often. I try to always do at least one or two songs on my album on the alto flute, just to show the diversity of the instrument. And so the song for the Free to Be album that I chose, actually have two songs on that album with alto flute, but one of the songs I'm going to play today is so appropriate, I believe, for the song, just because of the warmth of it and the richness of it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Burt Bacharach fan because y'all know he wrote some of the best songs
Oh
on
yeah.
the planet, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
sure
and they
did.
cross so many genres. So I fell in love with this song and when I was younger, and I thought, ooh, when it was time to make the Free to Be album, I knew that that was going to be one of the songs that I covered. So let's see if y'all figure this one out. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That
Y'all were grooving to that. I saw you. I saw you.
that
We
was
have a
truly
dance troupe
stunning.
here.
Absolutely. Laverne says beautiful rendition. Roy says the look of love, nice. Hayes would be proud. Martha says wow. Jacqueline says beautiful. Oh, it
Thanks,
was just
Martha.
absolutely sensational.
Thank you
When I
so much.
first heard that song, I was like, my goodness. But then also, the first note that's played in that, did you take it from a different track?
No, no, all of that was completely recreated by my band.
Because it's exactly the same as another track
Yeah.
by a guy called Frankie.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Have you
We
not heard
all,
that?
uh-uh.
I should send that to you because
Yeah,
I was
send
asking
it to
so
me.
many DJs,
Oh,
what
nice. No,
is
no,
this?
we can.
What's this sample from? And I found it in the end. It's a guy called Frankie, exactly
Ah,
the same.
very interesting. Very. So you think that's where Isaac Hayes got it from?
Oh no, his
Oh,
version is very different.
oh, I was gonna say I don't remember that part. But we actually recreated all of that.
Oh my
I
God.
wanted to try to keep it authentic and still have some of those elements from both the originals or the original and the cover that everyone loves so well,
Yeah.
and just put my own spin on it.
It
So
is sensational. I play it a lot on my radio shows. I do,
hmm
I do forget, I want to say sorry to my listeners because I do repeat songs, those songs that I love. I will play them every week. And yours, that one there
that's
is one
awesome.
that I will play
Well, thank you
every
so
week.
much. Thank
And you're
you.
getting so many wonderful comments about the sound of the flute. George
Thank
Whitmore
you.
said it sounds like a bamboo flute.
Ah,
Have you
yeah,
heard of a
yeah.
bamboo flute?
I Yes, I do. I actually have one
Oh,
at
do
work,
you?
but I have quite a few types of flutes. Actually, I think I have one upstairs as well,
Uh-huh.
in my home. But I love bamboo flute. I love Japanese flutes and the sound of the shakuhachi and all of
Uh-huh.
those. I love those authentic sounds.
And also, I played my favorite track earlier, which is Sweet Obsession.
Ah,
You
yes.
actually sing on that.
I do. I try to sing at least a number or two on every album, and I sing at every show, every live show. So if I ever see you guys, if you're ever able to attend a live show, I do sing as well.
Yeah, you have an amazing voice as well.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely beautiful.
that. Thank you.
God, you are so, so talented. So, when is your next event?
The next show, I believe I'm in Asheville, North Carolina for Marcus Anderson's Jazz and Coffee Escape.
Oh,
After that, I'm in Kentucky and then Omaha, Nebraska, then California, then Barbados. Um,
Oh, are you
so
doing
they're
Elan Trotman's event?
yeah, yeah, I'm doing that
Oh,
festival this year too. So
you
I'm
know,
excited
I
about
am.
that.
I was hoping to be there because it's my special birthday in October, on the 5th of
Oh,
October, and I want to do something really special,
well, that
and
would
that
be
was the place I'd want to go to. So you
yeah.
might see me out there.
That would be great. And if you do
Yeah.
come, you have to find me.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. But everybody can visit my website. It's kimscottmusic.com. I try to keep it up to date with all the shows and all the latest information. You can purchase music on there. You can purchase merchandise. I have T-shirts and coffee mugs and all of that good
Yeah.
stuff.
I do love
Um,
your merchandise.
Thank you. I'll have to
Yeah.
send you a block party coffee mug
Ooh.
so you can sip on your next show when you come back.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing. So I think it is good, we have to do these kind of things to, to keep us known out there with the merchandise. I love it. So you have your mugs, you got your t-shirts. And what other special things do you have?
Well, right now that's it. So it's the Block Party Radio t-shirts, the Block Party Radio mug, which is super nice because it has all these pictures on it. It's in color. It's got a spoon that comes with it, a special spoon.
Oh,
All four of my albums, you can get them personally autographed if you purchase them from my website. So a lot of people like to do that. But also, you can subscribe to my newsletter on the website. There's a lot of cool features there. Every app that I'm on, you can find it
yeah.
on my website, so you don't have to go searching everywhere.
Wonderful. I do hope DJ Spider's going to put the link in the chat so people can save that and check it out later. And so
Awesome.
what else is going in the pipeline for you? Have you got new music coming?
So yeah, like I said, the new single comes out August 30th.
Is that going to be on an
Pre-sales.
album?
It is. My fifth album comes out in February. It's called Shine,
Uh-huh.
and I'm really excited about it. It was birthed through the pandemic, so of course Greg Manning is on there, but also I have a collaboration with Jonathan Butler on there. I'm
Oh.
really, really excited for people to hear. I wrote a really fabulous song with Adam Hawley,
Oh,
and it
love
features
him.
Blake Aaron on guitar. And of course, I told you that Althea Renee and Reagan Whiteside are on that project as
Mm,
well. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a fabulous album,
yeah.
and I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, we cannot wait to hear it. So is there anybody else that you would love to collaborate with?
Ooh, yes. Gerald Albright.
Oh, yeah.
He has so much energy and spirit. He would be great. I really wanted to collaborate with George Duke. Of course, he has passed on.
Yeah.
Um, so I think those were some of those are the Dave Cause.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's something about saxophone and flute paired together. I
Hmm.
just think it's such a cool dynamic, and that's why I invited Jasmine Gent to
Oh,
play on "Free to Be" with me on my last album. That was
mhm.
another hit that went number one.
Oh,
I was really
yeah.
honored about that. But yeah, it's just such a great dynamic between those two instruments. So I like to do those collaborations.
And you
Um,
must be quite in demand because there's not that many flutists out there, is there?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not on mainstream radio. Of course, you have, Hubert Laws is still playing a little bit. He's up in age now.
Uh-huh.
But right now on the radio, yeah, it's kind of the three ladies.
That's right,
You
yeah.
have a few others coming up. You've got Claudia Hayden, who's now putting some things on the airwaves, and I'm starting to see more flutists who are making music and trying to jump into the genre. And I think that's very exciting. There are 1,000,005 saxophonists and guitarists competing and or just playing in smooth jazz and contemporary jazz, and there's plenty of room for more flute. So
Yeah.
I'm all about bring it on, flutist. And if I can do anything to help champion them, I don't have a problem with that at all. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to take ownership, of jazz flute or anything like that.
Yeah. And have you ever thought about doing a reggae track?
I have actually. I really have. Of course, this album is almost wrapped up, so there's no room on this album for that. But
Oh,
I have thought about that. I really, really want to do an island groove. So
yeah.
yeah, so
I
that'll
always
probably be.
ask. I
Yeah.
ask all the artists that I interview, so I'm hoping maybe there's going to be a smooth jazz lounge reggae jazz album
Ooh,
coming
hey,
out.
I'm gonna have that coming your way.
Yeah. Oh, that would be incredible. Yes, Gary Dixon, he is an artist over here in the UK, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
is phenomenal. Reggae.
Awesome.
Reggae is his thing, gospel is his thing. He is
Nice.
just incredible. So yeah, I may need to hook you two up.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And I see somebody asked about James Lloyd. I did collaborate with James Lloyd on the last album. I forgot to mention him. So, yeah, from Pieces of a Dream, he and
Yeah.
I wrote a tune together, or he presented that tune to me, and I completed it. So, it was a lot of fun to
Oh,
work with him.
I do love him. He's
Yeah,
so sweet.
he is sweet.
Yeah. So what's the last song you're gonna do for us? Because we are running out of time.
Yeah, I've enjoyed my time with you guys. Thank you for hanging with me,
No, it's
this
been
hour
amazing.
and allowing me to hang with you. I feel like playing my latest single,
And I think you
Back
should.
Together Again, the tune that I co-wrote with Greg Manning, because it's still on the airwaves. It was still doing really, really well on the charts. And the story behind that one, it's another one that we wrote during the pandemic. I contacted Greg and I said I wanted to write this song. It was about maybe 3 months into the pandemic, and said people are going to be so waiting to see their loved ones again. I mean, right? At that point, you couldn't go hug your mom. I'm like, who
Yeah.
does that? You can't leave the house. And so I said, I want us to write this song together. I already have a title for it, even though we don't have a melody or anything. I said, but the title is going to influence the record. And I called it Back Together Again because that's what, we were all
Perfect.
hoping for.
Yeah.
So the song ended up being super spirited and energetic, and people just love it. We love playing it live.
Hmm.
And I'm going to play that for you now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I see y'all like that.
are getting so much love right here.
So much.
They are just loving you so much. Mariam, she says Kim is an amazing artist with a stunning personality that goes so well with her music. She is unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I see all the comments. You guys are so kind. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I have played Capital Jazz. I am not playing it this year, but hopefully another year. I haven't played Dave Cobb's cruise yet, so if anybody knows Dave, reach on out to him. I would love to play one of his cruises. But I've been blessed to play a lot of stages,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of shows are still down the pipeline. So hopefully I'll get to see you guys in person.
Well, what about London?
I haven't been to London, and now that I have the radio show on there, I've got to get out there to you
Yeah.
guys. So if you have some connects,
Oh gosh,
you
we're
can get
gonna
in touch
make
with.
this happen.
Let me know. I'll connect you with my manager, and we will work it out.
Yeah. We have to. We definitely have to get you over here to the UK because you have been to London before, haven't
I
you?
have. I love London. You guys are so blessed. Indeed, it's such a beautiful place. Y'all are like it's London. That's how I'm like it's America. It's
Yeah.
Alabama. No, I know you're grateful for your area, and
Yeah. When the
I would
weather's
love to come again.
beautiful, it's beautiful here, and we've
Yeah.
had some stunning weather, but
Oh,
that's soon going to change at the weekend. It's going to rain
oh,
again.
it's raining every day here. It's flooding a lot as
I
well.
really.
It's pretty
Oh,
bad.
so what's the music scene like? Where were you in Birmingham?
I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, and you know what? We have so many talented artists here that travel the world that make music. And it's funny, when I go out of state, a lot of people know people from Alabama and they know the rich history. Lionel Richie is from Alabama.
Oh,
There are
right, I
quite a
didn't know
few.
that.
Yeah, yeah, there are quite a few really famous artists that have come from this area. And everybody is familiar. Well, a lot of people know about the Muscle Shoals
Hmm.
studio where Aretha Franklin did a lot of her big hits. That's in Alabama.
Right.
So there's a lot of creativity here. The music scene is pretty well developed. There are quite a few areas for musicians to play. We have a really nice jazz club, supper club here, and a lot of the national artists are coming through our state just because they love that stage. They're treated so well, and so I'm really proud of Alabama.
Yeah. Is that where you was born?
I was born in Alabama.
Right.
I moved away for college
Hmm.
and never thought I would come back to Alabama, but I was offered an interview for a job that I actually took, and I've been there ever since. And
Right.
they allow me to travel the world and still perform. So it's a dream job.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you again so much for being here today. It's
Thank
been
you so much
amazing.
for having me. Thank you everyone for listening and for being so supportive and for being such great fans and listeners. And
Yes, and remind them where they can get your music from.
yes, you can purchase it anywhere you purchase your music, digitally or physicals. Amazon is always great, CD Baby, CD Universe. And you can get signed copies from kimscottmusic.com. But you can also stream me on Spotify. I have a Spotify channel, I have a Pandora station. So if you just type in Kim Scott and follow me, you'll get everything that I have in music. It'll be right at your fingertips. And you'll get the new music before anybody else does.
Oh. Sign up, guys. Do not
And they
forget.
can also follow me on social media. I'm everywhere on social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I
Are
hate
you
to
on
admit that.
TikTok? I
I
think I
don't
need
do
to
a
get
lot
on
on
TikTok.
TikTok, but I'm there. I am not dancing, but I am there.
Okay. Kim Scott, you have been absolutely incredible.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
educating us on the flute.
You're welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. And thank you for spinning all this great music and educating your audience and sharing such great music with them. So, hey, we can't do it without DJs like you.
Oh, you are most welcome. I'm so happy to be sharing your music with the world. So let's give
Indeed.
you another round of applause.
Thank you so much. I feel like I should bow.
And I'm going to play this one. Thank you again for being with us this evening. And thank your husband as well for his help in making
Thank
this
you.
happen too.
I will make sure to thank him. Thanks, babe. I said thumbs
Wonderful.
up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You
Y'all
have
have
a
a
good
great
evening.
night.
This is a great sound of Kim Scott, Billie Jean. Isn't it so good? DJ Spider says Michael would approve of this. Oh yeah. Yes, John, this is my last Smooth Jazz Lounge this evening. Going out with a bang with these great artists.